What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome back to another episode in my path to power. Before we get in the episode, if you guys are looking to pick up any MSP or PSN cards, make sure to check out thegamekeys.co.uk, or if FIFA coins are more your thing, check out justfifacoins.com. You can use the code Japes to get yourself a 5% discount on their instant delivery. So we're selling a few players on, and we have bought a silver team. And before we get into that, if you guys are wondering what's going on in the Fatal series, I will be releasing a video later on today, kind of explaining where I am in the tournament, what's going on, and why I didn't have any videos up like everyone else over the past 2 days. So a lot of you guys, well, maybe not a lot, but enough of you guys said, Japes, use Uchan. And I was like, yeah, I'm down with Sally Uchan. That means I can get one of my favorites, Dybala, in there, who probably will get an upgrade, I'd imagine. That man has been on point so far this year. But Sally Uchan, the Turkish midfielder, who I believe is on loan at Roma currently. I believe he is 21 years old and still thought to have a very, very bright future, but he is a fantastic silver player. Dare I even say he might be the silver Gullit? I don't know if I'd go that far. It might have something to do with the hair, but you guys are going to see this man lives the chip life. And I think you guys were liking that yesterday, so I think we might keep that thing going. These are the instructions that I use for the 4-2-3-1 formation. This is my squad. At the very end of this episode, I will go through and give you guys a quick review of all the players, as well as show you what I paid for the squad. I didn't want it to be a very expensive squad because I wanted to keep the gold team that I have right now. I wanted to get a few more matches in with them, but I wanted to compete in this silver tournament, and I thought, yeah, let's go out and do this thing. Had to pick up a few players for the bench, 150 coins a pop, and they are going to do the job. If you have silver players right now as well, I would sell them on, especially the more expensive, desirable ones, because they're going to be going for their premium prices. I decided to use some chemistry styles, put Marksman on Uchan, which is one of my favorite, or maybe even my favorite attacking chemistry style at the moment. Gives you a little bit better dribbling, shooting, and physical, all of which I think are very, very important for this formation. So Uchan default is set as a CM. I picked him up as a CF because he's probably a bit cheaper. Just going out real quick, checking the footedness of all of my players. So we are on that left foot life for the attackers. And then Uchan, I believe he's right-footed, but he has a 5-star weak foot, which is amazing. So having a player with the medium work rate, and I would not be scared off using him in a gold team at all. In fact, on my main account, I will probably go out, pick him up, and put him with a bunch of gold players around him and see how he performs, because he is that good to me. And he's got a sweet afro. So you gotta, I mean, what's not to like as far as FIFA and foot goes? I don't really know much about him in real life. Haven't really seen any highlights. I will look him up on YouTube so I can give you guys a little more commentary on him next time. First match, because we could not find one in the Silver Cup, I headed on into the Gold Cup because I wanted to use this team and get maybe some warm-up matches, some test gameplay. And this guy, pretty decent looking 4-1-2-1-2 side. I don't know about Torres and Villa up front, but that was his game plan. He clearly wanted to use them and remembers them from his glory days. Uchan, a little bit of free space in the box, and hashtag show me that chip life. Gorgeously finished into the far corner, and that is 1-0 now, 37th minute. His ball control is good. His pace, or his acceleration and agility are both above 80, which very, very much shows. And he has decent balance and okay strength as well. And his shooting it's very much a silver player, but chipping is one of those things on FIFA where you can kind of hide a bad shooting stat, or not a bad shooting stat, because I don't think his shooting stat is bad at all. But you can see he completes that pass barely, and I'll talk to you about that a little bit later on. But this one into Nico Lopez, and this is just one of the most bizarre penalties I've had given towards me. I didn't go down. I guess, I mean, he was trying to ride my player and clearly using the tackle button from behind. So I guess there maybe could have been something there, judging by what the ref was looking at. But regardless, we're going to have Dybala step up. No real great penalty takers on this team. But I'm very fond of Dybala, so I have the confidence in the man to bang it into the top net, the best net. He clips it there. 2-0 now, 57th minute. I was feeling pretty good about this game. This guy was actually a decent enough opponent. He was not ultra clever in attack, but how about that for a strike from Fernando Torres? Mind you, so part of the reason I was happy with this keeper, he has something like 80 positioning, which I think is, or maybe 79, which I think is really, really good for a silver. And it's one of the stats that I look for in my keepers, but he is way too far out right there. And you could say diving and reflexes are more so showing up in that sequence. So he might be getting traded out. I was not impressed with him in the few games, and two two real errors are apparent. That is one of them. You'll see the next one in the next game. But this is wonderful. This is probably one of... Oh, no, it's not this one. But it is the ChipLife. So Salyuchan, yet again, buries a chip into the far corner, making this game 3-1. He turns up in brilliant spots on the pitch. He's strong enough on the ball. He's good enough passing. He's wonderful dribbling. He is great shooting. I cannot say enough about this guy. And he's tall. He's decent sized as well. And he feels bigger with the throw. I think he's 5'11", which is, oh man, let me get on my centimeter game. 182 centimeters, I believe. I really should pull Foothead up while I do this to make sure I get this right, but that's where I think it is. So 3-1, the final score in the semifinal, and we had a couple other close calls that we didn't manage to put into the back of the net, but we're moving on into the finals, and I will be using this silver team for the final. And in fact, this is one of the best silver teams that I've used. You can see 17 of 17 passes completed for Uchan, and dribbles completed as well. Very, very strong. 15 of 22, not the most amazing, but you can see how often I rely on my attacking mid to take players on, or at least get by one or two players to keep the transition going in this formation, and Uchan does a brilliant job of this. So after seemingly hours of looking for a match and tons of opponent not found, so we eventually find our way into the final, and this guy has an unbelievable looking side. So 4-2-3-1, he was a good player. He's got boost cards on his keeper and Benzema. He's got second informed Griezmann in there, boost card on Gabby, Yaya Toure, Suarez, Iniesta. This was a good team, and I knew this was going to be a pretty tough match. But this silver team I would highly encourage you to build this team. It is not expensive, as you will see at the very end. The most expensive player, I think, was Dybala at about 2,500 coins. But everybody else, I think I paid less than 1,000 for. I'm sure some of them will go up in price after this video because I'm singing their praises. Nice work here from Nico Lopez. Finds Uchan, and you can see, we'll watch the movement here. So I did hit LBA, goes forward. Don't force that pass. He's going to drop in, slide into some open space. There he is. A little step over turn, and this is one of the best chips that I've scored probably this year. On that semi-shooting, on that ChipLife, I am pumped watching that back still in the Swedish kits, of course. And we're going to watch all the replays because I just felt like it was that good, especially Surigu with the boost card in goal. Is a pretty strong keeper. I don't know which card he had on him. I think there's only goalkeeper all attributes, but that is just wonderfully placed into the far corner at a very, very tight angle. And he's right-footed, remember, but he does have the 5-star weak foot. So on either side, I just can't get enough. He's wearing that number 10 for us, and he's a CM. The other thing I would say is you can actually use him as a CDM if you want it, or as a true CM. I would not shy away from it. I think he has something around, because I originally thought, yeah, I'm going to use this guy as one of my holding midfielders, because he had decent enough interceptions, but his shooting wasn't phenomenal. He just had nice all-around stats. And I just decided, you know what, forget it. I saw this center forward on the market. The price was right. We'll use him as my attacking mid, and we'll hope for the best. And I cannot sing his praises enough. So if you can find one, he's a non-rare. I doubt he's that expensive, though. There were only a few of them up on the market when I picked him up yesterday. So maybe he is a bit more rare, even though he's a non-rare. Or maybe he's just a desirable silver player, and I'm behind the game on that. But a nice bit of work here after giving up a pretty annoying header goal. Boata, who's actually great and cheap as well. 4-star skilled Argentine attacking midfielder. Here's Dybala, sees Nicolas Lopez, and oh, that is a fantastic finish as well with his preferred left foot. Every one of my attackers other than Uchan is left-footed, so it's actually doing a good thing for me because I am much more comfortable with right-footed players, and this left-footed life is something that I've definitely got to put some work into, but that near post shot struck cleanly, as you can see, bangs almost into the camera, giving me a 2-1 lead. That's the way this one is going to come to a close. We've won the Gold Cup, closed it out with this silver team, and I actually think that I will hold on to this silver team as a fitness squad after it because I did not pay much for them, and they are very, very good. So we go out expecting big things from our gold pack, steaming pile of mediocrity. And when checked, I forgot that I bid 150 on that player as well. We had a few players sell on. We got 32,000 coins in the bank, 131, 5, and 17. Our overall record, things could be better, but it's A-okay. Here's the squad now. And I will run through briefly what I paid for all these players to give you guys an idea of the overall expense. Nicolas Lopez here, 600 coins, well worth it. And he is one of those hyped young players as well, so I was surprised to pick him up for that. Bought 750 coins. Uchan, 600. Now, he was set as a center forward when I bought him, so I might have gotten a deal. Dybala, 2,700 coins, the most expensive player on this squad. Ruben Perez, highest interceptions in the Serie A. That's why he made it into the squad, 300 coins. Elan, pretty desirable Silver player. Great work rates, good interceptions, good pace. 850 coins for him. We have Molinaro, 900 coins, 81 pace, 76 physical left back. Don't mind if I do. Both of these center backs are brilliant. Bamba, definitely the better one. He is a tank standing at 6'4", only 550 coins. 250 coins for De Silvestri is an absolute steal with 81 pace, 72 defending, 79 physical, and he stands 6'1", which makes him just a monster at that right back spot. And he's actually one of my better free kick takers as well, even though shooting stat would not say it. Carnazi's not good, probably will be replaced. Anyways, I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, a like or thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.